Well, good day, everyone. My name is Brian Adams, and Stefan Vinger, who leads our international service centers, was planned to be here, but he sends his regards. He had a last-minute schedule change and couldn't be here. So I'm going to present today about the Textron Aviation approach to aftermarket support and our global network. And I'm Brian Adams. I lead our aftermarket innovation team and business operations team, and I've been with Textron Aviation 30 years now. So as we look at our approach to support, as many of you have mentioned, these aircraft are out in the field for many, many years, and so our approach is to support the aircraft through that entire life cycle. And so today I'll talk about how we do that with our support network, our operational strategy. We'll touch on some of the more innovative solutions and technologies we're implementing in our service centers and on our products, as well as touch on some of the facility updates and sustainability at Textron Aviation. All at the same time, trying to keep the customer at the center of everything that we do. So we got to start with a map right of our network. We're pretty proud of the global network that we have to support all of our products. In fact, many of you in the room are part of this network, so we certainly appreciate the partnerships that we have throughout the industry. Also mention that some of the dots on here are for our piston products as well. So we still have a wide variety of products that we are supporting. But as we zoom in a little bit closer on our Europe support, I wanted to highlight the service centers, the company-owned service centers that we have here in Europe. What you'll see is company-owned facilities in Prague, Dusseldorf, Paris, Valencia, and Zurich. In addition to that, we have a EU distribution center for parts that is also in Dusseldorf, and we continue to expand that distribution center. In fact, Stefan told me that it used to be most of our parts were still coming from the United States here in Europe for the events, but as we expand the European distribution center, we're now at least half of the parts that we need for our service centers here in Europe are coming from that European distribution center, and we're working to improve that number as well. So Stefan leads our international team, and here's his team of general managers here in Europe as well as internationally. So Sergio is our GM in Spain, Christoph in Germany, Zaki leads our 3 service centers in Australia. We have Jackie in Singapore, and Luciano in France, and Luca in Switzerland. So these are the team that's running the day-to-day operations of our service centers, keeping the shop running, keeping the projects on schedule. We also have a sales team. We need to make sure we have that connection with our customers. They can reach out to us, know how to schedule service, know what services we provide, and this is an important part of our team as well. So Dan leads our international service sales department, and I put some of our international aftermarket sales team up on the screen here. So please feel free to reach out to our sales team, connect with us. As some of the earlier presenters talked about, wide variety of products, but also a wide variety of customers and what our customers need. And so reach out to our sales team and see how we can work together. We also have a product support team, and we separate our product support teams into the different products that they support. So we have a turboprop team, we have a large cabin team, we have a light jet team, we have a legacy team for our out-of-production aircraft, we have a piston team. We also have an AOG one-call team, and we actually have AOG one-call support here in Europe as well at our Valencia location. So from that call, we can help coordinate logistics, parts, service, technicians for your AOG situation. And then global field support as well. We have a global field support team led by Gary Whited, and then here in Europe with Kevin Marsden. And so field support team is out there to help our customers with anything that they might need from Textron Aviation. And just to put it in perspective of kind of the volume that we see, now these are global numbers. These aren't just Europe, so I'm going to pivot to more of a global number here. So when we look at just the activity that we see about questions about our products, and these are not just supporting our service centers. These are our products anywhere in the world, no matter where they're being maintained or serviced. You can reach out to us and get the support that you need. And so 180,000 calls and emails. What we're seeing is more and more emails and fewer calls as people would rather text or email questions in. Over 2,200 AOG events supported, quite a few calls still, and over 2 million service hours. So we've got a lot of work in our company network of over 20 service centers around the globe. And we see over 4,000 unique serials every year. So this is something that was right in line with a lot of the discussion earlier this morning. We are fully committed to training that next generation of aircraft mechanic. And so we have apprentice programs at each one of our European service center locations. And we resonate with a lot of the comments that were talked about earlier in the panel. And while we may, compete for customers or maybe even compete for talent, if we all work together to solve this technician shortage and we all invest in training and apprenticeship programs, then we can elevate the level of technicians that we have across the globe. But it's not, as many of the panelists talked about earlier, it's not just getting that new technician in the door. We have to continue to invest in them. And so we spend over 15,000 hours annually in our European service centers training our engineers and our technicians so that they can get the required licenses and certifications they need. This helps us develop that strong pipeline for the future. And then on average, each of our technicians hold about 6 type ratings. And as someone mentioned earlier, with the wide variety of projects that come into your shop, that just helps you be more flexible the more licenses that you have. Pivoting a little bit away from the service centers and support side of things, but my team handles a different part of product support where we handle how we distribute our technical manuals, our MSG3 programs, our business operations, and our modifications and STC development. So some of the things we've been investing in here recently is our Just Culture and Safety Management System. We have an FAA-approved safety management system. We've been implementing a Just Culture across our network in a way that, again, talking about those new technicians, how can we give them a culture where it's a culture of continuous improvement, where we're open talking about risks, open talking about how we can get better as an organization without fear of retribution. And so that's really important to us. That's something that's core to us in our operations and something that's paying dividends already. We also continue to have onboarding technicians for our customer service managers and technical service managers. And we've implemented what we call a next-gen tech workbench. So again, trying to invest in the tools that our technicians need so that when they're working on the aircraft, they're not frustrated by having to go look up a lot of technical data, having to go do a lot of research, having to do a lot of paperwork. So we've tried to make that a lot smoother and a lot more streamlined. And so we've been implementing these technician workbenches. And here recently, we implemented an inspector workbench. That's taking us paperless. So we can document removals, document panel sheets, a lot of that used to be done on paper. Now we've digitized and we have that electronically now. We are investing in AI, and while I agree, you can't replace the technician, and we're not trying to do that, we're trying to give the next generation of technicians new tools. And so we have implemented what we call Textron Aviation Maintenance Intelligence. And so using that generative AI to go search through all of the historical documents that we have, all the technical data we have, to help get to that first fix faster and being able to help troubleshoot with all the vast knowledge that we have across our network. And so while it's not going to solve all of our problems, it's our first try into this new AI world, and we're getting some good feedback from our technicians that it's saving them time having to look up some of the technical data or having to research in multiple different systems that we have in our company. We've also just started rolling out what we call task sequencing, dynamically optimized task sequencing. So again, earlier we talked about how difficult it is to plan these maintenance events and how complex these can turn into, especially with arising work. Our task sequencing, we're taking all of that data that we have from our over 2 million hours worked every year and trying to find the best and most optimal way to sequence those tasks so that we can get that aircraft out on time. So that's another thing that we're doing to help our technicians by presenting them that data so that they can move forward. And we're just going to continue to keep investing in that. So next we'll have a management workbench where we can manage all of the aircraft that are in the shop at the same time and continue to do some project management training because we feel like that's another one of our areas of opportunity. Another area we're innovating is with the aircraft, the upgrade strategy for our aircraft. So a lot of people may think of us as the OEM as just warranty service, but we're working to diversify our business and add innovative solutions, modifications and upgrades from full interior refurbishment to connectivity to avionics upgrades. And so we want to offer that full package, that total solution to our customers, and so we continue to invest. I'm interested to see the next panel on connectivity. That's been a really popular business for us lately. So we're investing in those GoGo Galileo STCs, those Starlink STCs, especially we hear that from our international customers, how important connectivity is, and we're really excited about some of the new solutions that are coming out. Again, I'm going to stay on that same theme, and it was touched on earlier, right? We want to keep that workforce in our business, and we want to continue to invest in them. So we want to continue to invest in our facilities. So we are in the process of building a new facility in Melbourne, Australia, Essendon Fields. That'll have its groundbreaking. It's already had its groundbreaking. It'll have its grand opening in early next year, about February of next year. We're working with the Zurich Airport to start a new facility there in Zurich, which will expand our footprint and give us more capacity there in Zurich. And then we recently renovated our Dusseldorf Service Center, giving both our customers more amenities, but also our employees better facilities as well. So we're going to continue to invest in our facilities so that we can give our customers and our employees a better experience. And lastly, I'll touch on sustainability, another hot topic in our industry. We're trying to do our part as well. We get NATA certification every year for all of our service centers. That's the Transportation Association recertification. We just got approval to put a solar plant in our Valencia service center, so it'll be powered partially by solar. We've added electronic vehicles for crew cars and courtesy vehicles at some of our service centers. And we're conducting energy kaizens, looking for where we can save energy, improve our usage, and be more sustainable. And then one of our sister companies within Textron is Tug, and they're developing electronic GSE as well. So we're starting to collaborate with them on what those vehicles look like and how we can start to integrate those in our service centers as well. So I leave you today with the path to get support from Textron Aviation. We've got many ways that you can contact us, and hopefully you do as you either partner with us or need parts or service from us. We have a global service network, that's textavsupport.com. We have immediate AOG support here, even locally in Europe. We've got our field service reps, and then our parts department here. So please reach out to us. We want to partner with you and keep your operations running for your Textron Aviation aircraft. Thank you very much.